There comes a moment in every chosen soul's journey when the truth becomes undeniable. You look around at your family, the people who share your blood, your name, your history, and you realize you are walking a completely different path. It is not rebellion, it is not arrogance, it is divine assignment. While everyone else in your lineage seems content with mediocrity, you have always felt pulled toward something higher, something sacred, something that demands everything you have. You question what they accept without thought. You heal from wounds they pretend do not exist. You dream beyond the limitations that have defined your bloodline for generations. This is not coincidence, this is calling. Being the chosen one in your family does not mean you are perfect. It means you were selected to break the chains, to carry the torch, to rise so that others might one day follow. The weight is immense, but so is your spirit. If you have ever felt like you were born into a family but destined for something far beyond their understanding, this message was written for your soul. You did not find this video by chance. Divine timing orchestrated this moment. Before we explore these sacred signs together, if your spirit recognizes truth in these words, take a moment to subscribe to this channel. And if this message reaches you at precisely the moment your heart needed to hear it, if you feel seen, understood, or divinely aligned, type 1111 in the comments below. This sacred number opens the floodgates of blessings and universal confirmation. The first sign reveals itself early. You have always carried a different frequency, even as a small child. You noticed it before you had language to describe it. While other children played with carefree abandon, you stood at the edges, watching, sensing, absorbing the invisible currents that others could not feel. You felt the energy shift in rooms before anyone spoke. You could sense the tension hiding behind forced smiles, the grief masked by loud laughter. While your siblings conformed to expectations without question, you asked why. While your family accepted dysfunction as normal, your soul longed for peace, for authenticity, for something real. This difference was not confusion or rebellion. It was divine separation. You were not failing to belong, you were never meant to blend in. You carried a frequency too high for others to hear, but impossible for your soul to ignore. Being the black sheep was not punishment but protection. You were being carved out for something greater. The second sign manifests as a burden you never chose but could never ignore. You became the healer of generational trauma, the one who feels the weight of unspoken pain that has been passed down through your bloodline like a cursed inheritance. While others in your family numbed themselves, denied reality, or pretended everything was fine, you leaned into the darkness. You felt the rage behind your father's silence, the deep sorrow beneath your mother's forced strength, the destructive patterns that repeated like broken records through generations. You did not just observe this pain, you absorbed it, processed it, and made the conscious choice to transform it. You became the family's emotional translator, the peacemaker, the cycle breaker, not because it was easy, but because something divine within you refused to let the pain continue. You are the alchemist of your lineage, transmuting wounds into wisdom, transforming inherited pain into generational power. The third sign appears in the visions and dreams that no one around you can comprehend. You see possibilities where others see only problems. You speak of thriving while they focus on mere survival. You reach for what could be while they cling to what has always been. When you share your dreams, they respond with laughter or concern. When you voice your plans, they offer doubt disguised as protection, but beneath their skepticism, they hear you. Deep in their hearts, they recognize something different about you, something that radiates power and possibility. Your vision threatens their comfort because it reminds them of everything they have surrendered. Your clarity challenges their carefully constructed illusions. But you were never meant to dim your light to make others feel secure. You were given these dreams not because they are easy to achieve, but because your soul is capable of manifesting them. The fourth sign reveals itself in how your very presence triggers their deepest shadows. you do not need to speak or act. Your existence alone carries a light that exposes what others desperately try to hide. Your confidence makes the insecure feel diminished. Your healthy boundaries make manipulators uncomfortable. Your radical honesty makes deceivers squirm, so they label you as difficult, too intense, or overwhelming, but what they really mean is that you refuse to play by their dysfunctional rules. You will not stay small to make them feel big. You will not lie to maintain false peace. You will not participate in toxic patterns just to belong. Your presence functions as a mirror, and mirrors force people to confront themselves. You are not the problem. You are the catalyst. Chosen ones are not sent to maintain comfortable illusions. They are sent to shatter them completely. The fifth sign manifests in your role as the pioneer who must forge every path alone. No roadmap guides you, no mentor shows you the way, no applause encourages your steps, just you and the divine fire burning within your soul. While others received guidance, you faced silence. While they had hands to hold, you learned to climb alone. You were thrown into storms without shelter, tested without preparation, forced to navigate life without safety nets. But you did not collapse. You adapted, evolved, and overcame. You learned to walk through darkness by becoming your own light. Every scar became a lesson. Every failure transformed into a tool for success. You became the leader you never had, the healer you always needed, the wisdom you once desperately sought. This path of solitude was not cosmic cruelty but divine design. What you are building has never been constructed before. There is no blueprint for your destiny because you are creating the blueprint. The sixth sign appears in your role as the protector who receives no protection in return. You serve as the safe space, the quiet strength, the shoulder everyone seeks when their world crumbles. You remain calm during chaos, bring peace when others panic, and listen compassionately even when your own heart is breaking. People come to you for healing, wisdom, and refuge, but when you need support, the room falls silent. It hurts to be so visible yet so invisible, to be needed but not nurtured. But this apparent abandonment is not rejection, it is divine refinement. You are being sculpted into something rare, someone capable of holding divine wisdom, compassion, and resilience simultaneously. The pressure you feel is identical to the pressure that forms diamonds. The seventh sign reveals itself through spiritual encounters that others would never believe. You have experienced dreams that felt more real than waking life. You have received warnings that proved prophetic. You have sensed energies in rooms that others could not feel. You have touched the edge of the unseen realm and had moments that revealed your deep connection to the spiritual dimension. You know what it feels like to receive divine messages, signs, and synchronicities. When you share these experiences, others laugh or dismiss them as imagination, but you know what you experienced. That sensitivity is not weakness but divine sight. Chosen ones often receive enhanced spiritual awareness because they are being led by forces greater than themselves. Trust your discernment. The eighth sign manifests in the paradox of your heart. You feel simultaneously burdened by love and starved for authentic connection. You love with depth, intensity, and sincerity, but rarely feel truly loved in return. Your heart overflows with compassion, but your relationships often feel unbalanced. This is not because you are unlovable, it is because you love like the future while many remain trapped in the past. You were sent to redefine what love looks like in your family lineage. You model forgiveness, healthy boundaries, radical honesty, and deep healing. You crave soul, deep connection but often encounter shallow waters. Keep your heart open but protect your divine light. The right souls will recognize your radiance. The ninth and final sign is the knowing that burns within your core. You might doubt it sometimes when weariness overwhelms you. You might want to give up when the burden feels too heavy, but the truth remains unshakable. Something deep within you knows with absolute certainty. You were born to lead, not through force or domination, but through spirit and illumination. You were not randomly born into your family, you were divinely assigned to this bloodline. You are the reset button, the rebirth, the resurrection of everything that was broken. You carry within yourself the energy of transformation, and that is why the resistance has been so intense. Because when you fully rise into your power, everything changes and you will rise. You are not just a member of your family, you are its guiding star, its hope for redemption, its pathway to healing. The light you carry is not just for yourself but for every soul connected to your bloodline. If this message has reached your soul, if you feel it was written specifically for you, then it was. You are the one. You are not losing your mind, you are awakening to your divine assignment. Your journey matters more than you can possibly comprehend. Do not carry this sacred burden alone. And if this found you at exactly the moment you needed it most, do not scroll past this divine appointment. Type 1111 in the comments right now to unlock the flow of divine blessings, alignment, and confirmation that the universe sees you, acknowledges your sacrifice and celebrates your courage. Because the cosmos does see you, and so do all of us walking this sacred path. Thank you for watching, and remember, your light is not meant to be hidden. It is meant to illuminate the way for others to follow.